What's going on YouTube and welcome back to another GTA 5 online video. So guys, today we are checking out the MOC, the Mobile Operations Center. I'm going to give you guys a small guide on it. I'm going to tell you guys everything you can do with it, and also we're going to discuss if it's actually still worth buying this thing in 2021, because it was a part of the gun running DLC and that's more than 3 years ago. So let's see if it's still good in 2021. So first of all, if you want a MOC, you need a bunker. If you don't have a bunker, click top right now for a guide on the bunker. But basically, when you have a bunker, you can buy it on the Warstock site, and then you will also have a workshop that comes free with the bunker, so you don't have to buy the workshop separately. So when you have the bunker and also the MOC, you can basically go ahead and go to your mechanic in the back, press right on D-pad, and then you can go ahead and customize it. So for the cab, for the front part of the MOC, it's basically everything that you do with a regular car. So the engine, the armor, the brakes, the transmission, everything except for the rims. The rims you cannot modify. And then for the trailer, it's basically the color, the livery, and then also the weapons. If you want that, you can also put that on it. Now for the livery, you guys can see it's really expensive, so pick good on this. Don't change it that much because you have liveries that cost 200k. And then for the weapons, you have the first option, the front turret. Normally this is standard on it, so you don't have to buy it. And then the second option is the front and rear turret. This is 210k. So the weapons option was locked for me. The reason why this is locked is because I don't have the command center as a upgrade on my MOC. I will explain to you guys in a bit what that is. But basically, first of all, if you want to buy it, it's on the Warstock site. The base price will be 1.2 million. Depending on how much upgrades you get, it can go up to 2.7 million as well. So the first option is the cab. So you have an option between the hauler and the phantom. Depending on which one you pick, it will cost more or less. Then you have 3 bays that you can assign. So the first bay over here was a living quarter for me. Then I changed it to command center because the command center is what you use to control the weapons. And now that I changed it, I can also modify the weapons. Then the second bay, I have it on weapon and vehicle workshop. With the weapon and vehicle workshop, it basically takes in 2 bays. So that means that bay 2 and bay 3 for me are the weapon and vehicle workshop. You also have the option to, for example, do one bay as a weapon workshop, the other bay as a vehicle storage or something like that. But when you do the vehicle and weapon workshop, it's definitely 2 bays that it will take. So now that I have the command center, I can do the weapons. So 210k if you want the front and rear turrets, and you also have to unlock this with research. If you don't have it, or if you don't want to buy it, the front turret is standard on it when you have the command center. So this is how it looks when you take it outside. So very big, obviously. You can also detach the trailer. Just hold right on D-pad on PlayStation and on Xbox, and if you want to reattach it, just drive under it. You don't have to press anything. Now the controls for this on PC, I don't know it exactly, so maybe someone can let me know in the comments. Now you guys have already noticed that this thing is also very big, but despite it being very big, it also moves very fast. So the speed is actually pretty decent for a trailer or for a truck that is this size. And also, if you want to make it faster, you can just drive without the trailer as well. So right now, let's check out the inside of the trailer. If you want to enter it, just go to the back of the MOC. Now, 50% of the time, the MOC loading screens are just fine. The other 50%, you will maybe get stuck on the screen or maybe have some glitches, so be prepared for that. It has been better than in the past, but still some glitches and still some stuck loading screens that I have with the MOC. So I have the weapon workshop and the vehicle workshop. So with the weapon workshop, just upgrade to Mark II, stuff like that. With the vehicle workshop, there is a certain amount of vehicles that you can modify here. And these vehicles are actually vehicles that you cannot fully upgrade in Los Santos Custom. So you will need a MOC, a Avenger, or a Arena War workshop to modify these vehicles. Just an example, putting weapons on the Deluxo, modifying the Scramjet, modifying the APC truck. These things only go in the MOC Avenger or in the Arena War workshop with the weapon mechanic. So if you don't have any of those 3, then the MOC is definitely something that you want to get, because these vehicles are a lot of fun in GTA. Now the other bay for me is the command center. In the command center, as I said, you can operate the turrets that you have on the MOC, so 3 chairs, 3 weapons. If you want to switch between the weapons, you actually have to change chair. So you can't go from the front to the rear just by pressing a button. You actually have to load out, load in back, and then, yeah, you can operate it. So over here, you guys can see the weapons are pretty good. But if you want to fully use the MOC with all the guns and also drive, you will need 4 people. Other options that you can use the base for example, only a weapon workshop, a vehicle storage if you want to store a vehicle in the MOC just like a garage, or the living quarters. so you can sleep in your MOC. I don't really recommend this. The best options for me are the command center and then also the vehicle and weapon workshop. So you also have this screen that you can use to launch the MOC missions. These missions are triple cash and triple RP this week, by the way. And as you guys can see, in these missions, you always have like a certain vehicle that you use. For example, the APC truck, the Oppressor Mark 1, the half-track. And if you do these missions for the first time, you also unlock the trade price for these vehicles. So if you like these vehicles, then this is definitely a good investment because the trade price will save you a lot of money. The thing with these missions is they have very good RP, especially if they're double or triple cash, and also decent money. But the problem is almost no one joins them. So no one joins them. That's kind of the issue. So if you want to unlock the trade price, you will have to wait or you will have to ask a friend. So like I said, you can also modify vehicles. Just call in the vehicle and then go to the back, press right on D-pad, and then you can modify it, for example, over here with the scramjet. Now the scramjet automatically already has weapons on it, but for example with the Deluxo, if you want to put weapons on it, you can do it in the MOC. I also said that you can do it in the Avenger or the Arena War Workshop. So if you already have a Avenger, maybe then the MOC is not that good of an option for you, but if you don't have any of those three, it's definitely good. So I also tested out how much missiles the MOC could take. I did this with the Deluxo, and my conclusion was that with the trailer on it, it could take 17 missiles. And actually when you remove the trailer and do only the cab, it was around 50 missiles that it took from the Deluxo. So I actually had to recall my Deluxo and then do it again. So strangely, without the trailer, the cab is much stronger. So if you want to use something that can withstand a Oppressor Mark II or a Scramjet or a Deluxo, very easy, because the Oppressor Mark II only has 20 missiles without recalling it, then the cab of the MOC is a very good option. So if you want to request the MOC outside of the bunker, this is also possible, of course. You have to go to the interaction menu, services, mobile operations center, and then request it. So you don't request it with your mechanic. And when you do that, you basically have to wait like 10 seconds maybe, and then it will spawn pretty close to you. It doesn't really spawn right next to you like with the Sparrow, for example, if you request that, or with a vehicle that you request. You can just drive up to it. The thing is also you can have the MOC and also a personal vehicle active at the same time. So the MOC doesn't count as a personal vehicle. So that's also something pretty important to know. So just to sum it up, with the MOC, it can take a lot of missiles. It can modify certain vehicles. And also you can get a lot of discounts by doing the MOC missions. And just based on that, I can already tell you guys that the MOC is still worth it in 2021. Also, it's something that you can add to your GTA collection. For example, a couple of years later, when we finally have GTA 6 and people talk about the MOC, you can also join the conversation and not say like, oh shit man, I didn't buy that because blah blah blah. So definitely go for the MOC. Definitely if you don't have the Avenger or maybe the Arena War Workshop yet, because then you can also modify vehicles that are pretty cool. For example, like I said, Deluxo, Scramjet, all of that. So guys, that was it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out my Discord in the description, and peace out, you guys.